I'm really amazed by how a small institution like ISB, within just 20 years of existence, has had worldwide impact on millions of students across hundreds of countries.
I've enjoyed every minute that I've gotten a chance to work with ISB. I've worked with them off and on for over the course of about 7 years.
These people changed my life. When I was in high school and college, I had to go outside of the classroom in order to get a real authentic science experience. But when I went to the ISB and started working with ISB Education, as a scientist, I was going to work with teachers and other ISB facilitators who were helping to bring science, authentic scientific practices into the classroom so that all kids could experience science.
I have two things that I think of when I think about ISB, and one is my very own experience actually being able to go in and tour some of the labs, and it was inspiring to think about why I even started on this journey. As I said before, I did not make it through the college curriculum so that I could be a microbiologist, and to get excited about why I have this role at Washington STEM to make sure that other kids don't have those same barriers, to be in there and see women working inside ISB, to be able to see the diversity when it comes to also, racial diversity in there, again, was inspiring to say, this is why we keep doing this work.
I think that one of the most impactful experiences I've had with ISB was working with Carolyn and with an ISB scientist, and then also working with the other science teachers in my department, and getting together and having that time to do collaboration, to talk things through, to talk about how can we make kids learning more visible, and coming up with a tool that all of us could use in our classroom.
And I managed a grant for 3 years. Through that process, we were actually able to support teachers in implementing engaging and rigorous engineering projects within their classroom to help students engage with or learn about and apply the science and engineering practices, the cross-cutting concepts, and those disciplinary core ideas. It really had a huge impact on the students' learning. There was a tremendous amount of staff and teacher growth as well.
I actually got started with ISB as a Project Feed 1010 ambassador about 2 years ago. This experience was really the first time I was actively involved in a long-term STEM endeavor outside of school, and it showed me that incorporating science into my daily life and being a citizen scientist was a lot simpler than what I'd initially thought.
The other thing I think about when I think about ISB is the partnership that we get to have with some of the staff members with our laser program that's reaching out to school systems and school districts to help educators make sure that they're using 21st century STEM standards. And so that partnership, that care for community and the educators that our students need most is what really resonates for me, and why I think the partnership and the work of ISB continues to be critical in terms of STEM education in the state of Washington.
And the thing that I liked best about it was that working with ISB, I always felt like they really understood what science teachers need and what our working conditions are, and really met us where we're at.
Through teacher training, we were then able to take the modules, make them freely available, and we were able to impact over 2.5 million students across over 100 countries. And to me, that is probably the most amazing experience I've had with ISB for such a small institution to have such a huge impact.
But, oh my gosh, if I could just have had this when I was a kid, that really would have changed my life back then. But I tell you, it really changed my life then. And it's because of my experience with ISB Education that I became a teacher. And now I get to help my students to experience science and the wonders and excitement of it, and to be able to pass that on to the people that they're going to help too. So thank you.